There are places on our planet that remain shrouded in mystery. They exist on the very edge of our maps and, honestly, our imaginations. Kamchatka is one such place. It is a peninsula of whispers, a sliver of land hanging off the far eastern coast of Russia. For centuries, its name was spoken with a sense of awe and remoteness. It was a land closed off, a secret kept by the vast Siberian wilderness and the cold embrace of the Pacific Ocean. Its stories were carried on the wind, tales of fire-breathing mountains and untamed wilds. To journey here is to answer a call from a world that time has seemingly forgotten, a world that promises both immense beauty and profound solitude. The allure of Kamchatka lies not just in its isolation, but in the legends that it holds. It is a place where the earth itself feels alive, constantly breathing and shifting beneath your feet. The indigenous peoples who have called this land home for thousands of years understand this connection. They speak of spirits that dwell within the volcanoes and forests. They know the rhythms of the seasons, the language of the animals, and the temper of the land. To arrive here is to feel like an explorer, stepping into a realm where nature, not humanity, writes the rules. The air itself seems to hum with an ancient energy, a powerful, unspoken promise of discovery. Our journey begins not with a step, but with a feeling. It is the sensation of leaving the familiar world far behind. Below, the sprawling expanse of Siberia gives way to the sea, a deep, endless blue. Then it appears. A jagged coastline emerges from the mist, a fortress of rock and ice. This is the gateway to Kamchatka. It is a land that does not offer a gentle welcome. Instead, it presents a challenge, a testament to the raw, untamed power that has shaped our planet for millennia. The first glimpse is a powerful reminder that we are merely visitors in a kingdom far older and grander than our own. As we descend, the scale of this place becomes almost overwhelming. Great conical peaks, some capped with brilliant white snow, rise towards the sky. These are the volcanoes, the fiery hearts of the peninsula. They stand like silent sentinels, watching over vast empty valleys and winding silver rivers. There is a profound silence here, broken only by the sound of our own breathing and the distant rush of the wind. It is a silence that invites contemplation. It asks you to listen, not with your ears, but with your entire being, to the story that this incredible landscape is waiting to tell. It is a story of creation, of endurance, and of life's remarkable ability to thrive in the most extreme of places. Kamchatka is a land born from geological violence. It sits upon the Pacific Ring of Fire, a volatile belt where the Earth's tectonic plates collide. This constant subterranean turmoil has given rise to over 300 volcanoes, with nearly 30 of them still active. To stand in their shadow is to feel the immense power simmering just beneath the surface. The ground itself feels warm in places, and steam vents hiss from cracks in the earth, releasing the planet's deep geothermal breath. These are not just mountains. They are living, breathing entities that have sculpted this entire landscape with rivers of molten rock and clouds of ash. Flying over the Klyuchevskaya Sopka, one of the most active volcanoes in the world, is a humbling experience. Its near-perfect cone dominates the horizon, a plume of smoke often trailing from its summit like a banner. The slopes are a stark tapestry of black volcanic rock and vibrant green moss, a testament to life's persistence. The sheer scale is difficult to comprehend. Valleys carved by ancient lava flow stretch for miles, their dark, undulating forms a permanent record of past eruptions. It is a landscape that is both beautiful and, honestly, a bit terrifying, a constant reminder that the ground we walk upon is never truly static. This is nature's artistry at its most dramatic and untamed. Yet amid this fiery grandeur, there is also a delicate beauty. The Valley of Geysers is a place of wonder, a hidden realm where superheated water erupts from the earth in spectacular fountains. The air is thick with steam, and the ground is painted in a rainbow of colors by mineral deposits and heat-loving algae. Each geyser has its own rhythm, its own personality. Some whisper and bubble, while others explode with a deafening roar, sending columns of water and steam high into the air. It feels like a prehistoric world, a glimpse into the planet's primordial past when life was just beginning to take hold in such extreme environments. This volcanic activity nourishes the land in unexpected ways. The rivers that flow from the mountains are rich with minerals, creating fertile floodplains that burst with life during the short summer months. The soil, enriched by layers of volcanic ash, supports a lush and varied ecosystem. It is a powerful cycle of destruction and creation. The very forces that can obliterate the landscape are also the ones that make it so incredibly vibrant. In Kamchatka, fire is not just an end, it is a beginning. It is the engine of life, the force that constantly renews and reshapes this wild and magnificent corner of our world. Beyond the imposing volcanoes and steaming geysers, there is another side to Kamchatka, one defined not by geology but by its people. To travel into the small, remote settlements scattered across this vast peninsula is to discover a warmth that rivals the geothermal vents. Here, hospitality is not just a custom, it is a fundamental way of life, a code of survival in a land where community is everything. Visitors are not seen as strangers, but as guests, to be welcomed with open arms and unreserved generosity. It is a welcome that can be, at times, almost overwhelming in its sincerity. Upon arriving in a small village, one is often met not with suspicion, but with smiles and an immediate invitation. You are brought into a home, often a simple wooden structure, built to withstand the harsh winters. Before you can even set down your bag, a table is being laid. Out comes smoked salmon, homemade bread, wild berry preserves, and steaming cups of tea. The generosity is staggering. Your hosts, who may have very little themselves, will offer you the very best of what they have. Sharing is not a choice, it is an instinct, born from a deep understanding that in this environment, everyone depends on one another. This spirit of giving is deeply ingrained in the local culture, a heritage passed down from the indigenous Aitelmen and Koryak peoples. For them, a guest is a gift, a connection to the outside world. They will share stories of their ancestors, of hunting and fishing, and of the spirits that inhabit the land. They will show you their traditions, perhaps the intricate beadwork on their clothing, or the steps of a traditional dance that mimics the movements of a bear or a raven. There is no sense of performance. It is a genuine sharing of their identity, an invitation to understand their world from the inside out. The generosity extends beyond food and stories. A local fisherman might insist on taking you to his favorite spot on the river, not for payment, but for the simple joy of sharing its beauty. A family might offer you a bed for the night, and then another, refusing any form of compensation. In Kamchatka, you quickly learn that to refuse such an offer is to cause offense. The proper response is to accept with gratitude, to sit, to listen, and to share in the moment. It is a powerful lesson in human connection, a reminder that the greatest riches are not material, but are found in the simple, profound act of giving. Kamchatka is a sanctuary. It is one of the last great wildernesses where animals still roam in vast numbers, following ancient rhythms dictated by the seasons. To witness this spectacle is to feel a deep and primal connection to the natural world. The silence of the landscape is often broken by the sounds of its inhabitants, creating a symphony of the wild. It is a place where one must move slowly, quietly, and with immense respect. The reward for such patience is an intimate glimpse into a world where nature remains sovereign, and we are merely humble observers in its grand theater. The undisputed king of this realm is the Kamchatka brown bear. These are some of the largest bears on earth, giants nourished by the incredible bounty of the land. To see one is to be truly awestruck. We watch from a safe distance as a mother bear teaches her cubs to fish in the shallow river. Her movements are a blend of immense power and surprising grace. With a swipe of her powerful paw, she plucks a leaping salmon from the air. The cubs tumble and play, mimicking her actions, learning the skills that will ensure their survival. There is no aggression, only the focused, timeless drama of life. Rivers themselves are a spectacle of life and death. They run thick with salmon, millions of them returning from the ocean to the streams where they were born. Their silver bodies flash in the sun as they fight their way upstream, leaping over waterfalls and navigating treacherous waters. This incredible migration is the lifeblood of the entire ecosystem. It feeds the bears, the eagles, and even the forests, as the nutrients from their decaying bodies enrich the soil. It is a powerful They are magnificent birds of prey, their bright yellow beaks a stark contrast to their dark plumage. They soar on the thermal updrafts, their keen eyes scanning the water below. Suddenly, one dives, its talons extended, and emerges from the water with a struggling fish. The air is filled with their piercing calls, a sound that echoes across the valley. Every creature here, from the smallest ground squirrel to the largest bear, plays a part in this intricate web of life, a delicate balance perfected over countless millennia. To truly know Kamchatka, one must learn to listen. It is a place where the senses are heightened, where the world reveals itself not just in what you see, but in what you feel and hear. The soundscape is a constant and powerful presence, a language that speaks of the land's raw and untamed spirit. It is a place to be still, to close your eyes, and to let the environment envelop you completely. The wind, the water, and the silence itself all have stories to tell for those who are willing to pay attention and absorb the subtle music of the wilderness. The wind is a constant companion. On the high volcanic plateaus, it is a powerful, roaring force, a physical presence that pushes against you. It carries the chill of distant glaciers and the faint sulfuric scent of the Earth's core. It whips clouds into dramatic formations and carves snow into intricate sculptures. In the forested valleys, the wind becomes a whisper, a gentle sigh that rustles through the birch leaves and carries the sweet fragrance of pine. It is the breath of the peninsula, a sound that can be both menacing and soothing, a reminder of the ever-present power of the elements. Water, in all its forms, provides the underlying rhythm of Kamchatka. There is the gentle lapping of waves on the shore of a vast tranquil lake, its surface a perfect mirror for the sky. There is the thunderous roar of a waterfall, its spray creating a cool mist that clings to your skin and clothes. The gurgling sound of a small stream winding its way through a meadow is a peaceful counterpoint to the dramatic landscape. And then there is the explosive hiss and gurgle of a geyser, a sound that seems to come from the very center of the earth, a powerful reminder of the molten world that lies just beneath. But perhaps the most profound sound in Kamchatka is the silence. It is not an empty silence, but one that is full of life and presence. In the vast open tundra, the quiet is so deep that you can hear the beating of your own heart. It is a silence that allows the smaller sounds to emerge. The distant cry of an eagle, the buzzing of an insect, the rustle of a small animal in the undergrowth. This deep quiet has a cleansing effect. It clears the mind of the noise of the modern world and allows for a deeper connection to the place and to oneself. In this profound stillness, one begins to understand the true soul of this land. Leaving Kamchatka is not like leaving any other place. It is a departure that leaves an indelible mark on the soul. As the landscape recedes below, the great volcanoes standing as silent, final guardians, one is left with a feeling of profound gratitude and wonder. You carry with you not just memories of stunning vistas, but the feeling of the wind on your face, the sound of the rushing rivers, and the warmth of the human spirit. It is a place that challenges your perceptions and opens your heart. It reminds you of the raw power of our planet and the incredible generosity that can be found in its most remote corners. The true gift of Kamchatka is its dual nature. It is a land of incredible harshness, of fire and ice, of constant geological turmoil and unforgiving winters. Yet it is also a land of astonishing tenderness. It is found in the delicate petals of a wildflower pushing through volcanic soil, in a mother bear's gentle guidance of her cubs, and most of all, in the unconditional welcome of its people. This contrast is what makes the peninsula so unforgettable. It demonstrates that strength and gentleness are not opposing forces, but are two sides of the same coin, both necessary for survival and for beauty. This journey has been a lesson in humility. In a world where humanity so often seeks to dominate nature, Kamchatka serves as a powerful reminder of our true place. Here, we are not masters, but guests. We are small figures in a landscape of giants, observers of a drama that has been unfolding for eons. To visit is to learn respect, to walk softly, and to appreciate the intricate and delicate balance of life. It is a place that does not demand your admiration, but commands it effortlessly, simply by being itself. in all its wild and untamed glory. One leaves Kamchatka with a sense of hope. Hope that such places will continue to exist, wild and free. Hope that the spirit of generosity and community we experienced will endure. The peninsula is more than just a destination on a map. It is a feeling. It is the feeling of being connected to something ancient, powerful, and profoundly beautiful. It is the memory of a handshake, a shared meal, and a silent understanding. And as you return to the familiar world, a piece of your heart remains behind, forever listening to the whispers on the wind in this land of fire, ice, and extraordinary welcome.